Hello and welcome to another edition of Ask Nurse Lisa. I'm Nurse Lisa here with another nursing vlog, and this time we're going to talk about funny stories that happened to me while I was at the county hospital, because let's just put it this way, I had several of them. The most exciting one that would ever step out into my mind was the fact when I was contacted to take care of a woman in labor outside of the steps of the hospital. Most women, they would know to drive around the back to the emergency room, but for some reason this woman and the people with her were not doing so well in their thought processes. Out of thousands and thousands of employees that could have assisted this woman, the job fell to me. Not because I was standing outside of the hospital on the front porch steps, but because I was working in the part of the emergency room, the urgent care part, which was actually located in the front part of the hospital, and it was hospital protocol that the nurse from the urgent care area would take care of such things if they happened upon the front steps of the hospital. So like I said, out of thousands and thousands of people that could have had to deal with this, it happened to be me. So I grabbed what we call a precip tray, which is a tray set up in sterile processing to assist you in case of a delivery such as this, which is called a precipitous delivery, a delivery that just happens quickly, an emergency delivery. So I answered the call and I went out, and there was a woman in the front driveway of the hospital where patients are let off. You're not supposed to park there, you're just supposed to, drop someone off. There she was, sitting in the back of the car, the little four-door sedan, screaming and crying, and there I was, just having to figure out what to do first. I had to get my composure because obviously this was going to be a little exciting. And it was my first time to deliver a baby all by myself. So anyway, I had to I got her to move so I could examine her better. And lo and behold, the baby was already crowning. In other words, you could see the top of the baby's head. So I said, well, this is not a time for holding back. We're going to have to push. So I centered her on this seat to where she could actually push and I could get to the baby. It was a small four-door sedan, so I really was having trouble getting to her, so I kind of made her come sideways on the seat so I could get outside of the car and be ready to help her deliver this baby. I opened up my little kit with my scissors to cut the cord and my towel and gloves and and all that stuff. And I was okay. The baby ended up coming shortly after that, and I laid her down so I could cut the cord and do all that kind of stuff. Wrapped her up in the sterile towel and went to sit and talk with her for a moment. The baby was doing fine. Went to sit and talk with her for a moment, and I asked her, I said, why did you wait so long to come to the hospital? You said that your labor pains happened, earlier in the night. And she says, well, my friend and I were reading a book about it, and it was all I could do to say, you didn't get to the last chapter, the one that says go to the hospital. But yeah, that was one of my more exciting moments as an individual at the hospital. And I was a complete mess. My clothes were a complete mess, and I had to walk the baby up to the nursery, which, you know, is on the 4th floor, and so everybody got to see me looking like a horrible mess. And of course the mother, you know, they took her in a wheelchair to delivery, so they could get her taken care of and checked out and things like that. But it's one of the crazier things that happened to me. So, what kind of things, crazy things have happened to you this week? This is my new office. This is where a lot of my Nurse Lisa videos will be taking place. So, look forward to seeing you next time with our next video. And if you have a question for Ask Nurse Lisa, just send it to asknurselisa@yahoo.com in a video format, and I will use your video to answer that question in a video right here on this channel. If you have a question you just want to ask, you can send that too. So, some of you out there owe me some videos, and I'm waiting. It's been kind of a crazy. I'll see you next week right here in my new office.